Joseph S. Joe Bonansinga. Joe Bonansinga's mother always told him that his love of music came from hearing the marching bands outside the window on Main Street as a child. Born in 1910, the late Bonansinga flourished in music as a young man. He played saxophone and clarinet on the Washington Theater stage and led his own orchestra. There was no way he could have known then that he would spend most of his adult life orchestrating publicity for his hometown. Following service in the U.S. Army during World War II, Bonansinga took a position as commercial manager with Quincy Broadcasting in 1947, and 2 years later was named general manager and vice president. He was instrumental in launching WGEM-TV on September 4th, 1953, as the first local television station.
Joe was probably the most tenacious person I ever knew. He absolutely didn't know that he couldn't succeed at anything he tried or that we tried. As far as the company was concerned, probably the proof of that was when we went into television in 1953. The goal was to get on the air before Channel 7 got on the air. And the logistics of getting a television station on the air from scratch when nobody had ever done it was really, really challenging.
Bonansinga also developed many of the local shows that were required to fill the program schedule in WGEM-TV's early days. Bonansinga understood the power of his business and used this unique ability to disseminate information to further community betterment projects. He served as chairman of the campaign for the building of the Quincy Baldwin Field Airport Terminal and served on the Commission for the Restoration of the Riverfront, now Clayton Adams Bicentennial Riverfront Park, among others.
He understood what was special about our quality of life here. It wasn't just about economic development with him. He knew that when you have community development, that economic development would follow. That's a lesson I learned from Joe, and it was passed on to Jim Mentesti, myself, and many others. Build the community, make it an attractive place to live and work and raise a family, and the businesses will follow.
Bonansinga retired from the then well-established WGEM in 1975, but it was his civic work during the following 3 decades that earned him the nickname Mr. Quincy. He assisted in numerous fundraising campaigns for Quincy University, the Salvation Army, Quincy Notre Dame, and the United Way of Adams County. He served on the boards of Quincy University, St. Mary Hospital, Quincy Rotary, and the Quincy Chamber of Commerce. His honors are numerous and include being named Quincy University's Alumnus of the 20th Century and the first recipient of an award named after him, the Joe Bonansinga Community Service Award, given by the United Way for outstanding volunteerism.
Joe's passion was a love of Quincy. He was a great salesman, maybe the best I've ever met. He certainly knew marketing. He was a master promoter, but it came from love. If you really are going to sell it, you got to love it. And he loved everything about Quincy, his hometown. I can just think of so many examples over the years where that came through, but perhaps the greatest was I nominated him for the Studs Terkel Award from the Illinois Humanities Council. And Joe came down to the city council meeting to accept the award, and he actually got all 14 aldermen to sing the old Louis Armstrong, "What a Wonderful World," except he changed it to "What a Wonderful Town" about Quincy. And I told him at the time, Joe, I've been down here 10 years trying to get these aldermen to sing from the same page. You did it in 5 minutes, but that was typical of Joe. He had a way of getting everybody to work together.
He thought everybody was good and pure and true and honest and fair, and that was one of the reasons he was successful. He was virtually invincible. No matter what the project was, he was willing to give his all, and he succeeded time after time after time after time.
Bonansinga enjoyed 2 long marriages to Ida and Patricia. He had no children. He died April 4th, 2003.